Hey guys, welcome back to Crazy House Performance. I just wanted to give you a little update just for a second. So we've been preparing for a 5,000-mile road trip, 1320s ice cream cruise in Nebraska. Our team is going. We're taking 13 people, 5 cars. So there's a huge trip, a bunch of content coming. I can't wait to share it with you guys. As that's also being said, a lot of us have been busting our tails to make this happen. You'll see in this video that I'm not my normal lively self. I've been looking a little tired, sound a little doggish, so shame on me. That's no excuse, but I noticed it in this video. I wanted to let you guys know what's coming up and why. With that also being said, check out khp5150.com. Check out crazyhouseperformance.com. They're one and the same, just gives you 2 avenues to go to. You can go on there, look at our cars, our builds, who we are, where we're going. Give us your feedback, what you like about it, what you don't. And after all that's said and done, all I can ask is hope you enjoy the video and see you guys at Ice Cream Cruise.
All right, guys, we are back. The puppies were just in here, but I think they ran off. But we have got 2 converters on this bench. We finally got our other converter. This is the new one. I got it today, a couple minutes ago, matter of fact. This is the old one. I'm just going to give you a little touch-up of why there was an issue. So they first sent the first converter. This is not it, but it had an anti-ballooning plate all the way up to this ridge, all the way at the top, pretty much. And it didn't fit in the transmission. The way 727s work, it's not like a GM or Ford transmission. They have a lot more space. So they're working with limited room. However, when they sent that one didn't fit and they sent me this one, I obviously seen the major difference, and I was like, oh no, this one doesn't have an anti-ballooning plate. I called Dave at Ultimate Trans. Shout out to Dave. He's awesome, man. He really did help me a lot. He's been very patient, spent a lot of time teaching me some stuff that I've never known. But the point to that is he assured me that there was an anti-ballooning plate, but he thought that at some point I would reach the limit of this converter. And I was like, well, the reason why I bought the converter I did was because I don't want to reach the limit of the converter. So he goes, well, we'll try again and we'll try to pick up some real estate. He moved on to this one where he put a much bigger anti-ballooning plate, but he ground down and machined this area here to give me a little bit more security with the anti-ballooning plate. So we're going to try to shove this in. I'm going to go ahead, put it in, marry it to the motor, and see if it clears. If it clears, we're going to go ahead and send it. For right now, I'm going to set you guys down. I'm not going to time lapse it or anything. I'll pick up the camera and let it charge while I'm doing that, and then we'll time lapse putting it into the truck, and hopefully we can get this thing finished this weekend. That'd be nice. All right, so we got the transmission married to the motor here. I checked the clearance between the flex plate and the mounting pads, and it's 115 thou, so that should be plenty considering they said 80 thousandths is the minimum they'd like to see. So we're gonna go ahead and put you guys on time lapse and put this thing in the truck and start putting it back together. Thank God, finally. So let's get with it. As you can see, we've got the motor sitting in the truck. I technically can, whatever I did with it, what did I do with it? Oh, right here. Technically can lower this all the way down now. Oh, that's not entirely true. That's not, I lied. I need to shimmy a little bit, but it's sitting in the truck, mid plate's bolted, trans is in its trans mount. All you gotta do is take the weight off and kind of shimmy these and get the bolts into the frame here for the motor mounts. And then we'll be going on to, I already put my ground straps on and got my wires kind of pulled up over the bell housing a little better. I got to come back over here because I had to find some of my inputs in my computer, and one of my nitrous inputs was all the way out here, so I got to put this back together and then retape it. No big deal, pretty simple. I got my ATI SFI approved dipstick, So there's that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and fill up the trans with the B&M trick shift. I'm gonna fill that up. I don't know exactly how many quarts it's gonna take, considering I now have the trans cooler, so there's that. So we gotta check that off the list. We have to, there's already new oil in it, gotta put the new coil packs or the other coil packs on. Fuel lines are hooked up. So yeah, all the fuel lines, vacuum, other than the blow off valve here, is hooked up. Wiring to the starter's hooked up. The only thing not hooked up is the button, or actually from the relay to the trans brake underneath, and the relay to the lockup is not hooked up. That's 2 wires. That should be pretty simple. And then I also have to take wherever that long one went. Oh, it's probably already underneath the truck. There's another one for the temp sensor that I got to do. Drive shafts in, tightened, put it in gear and everything. It seems to work. Oh yeah, that's the good idea. Everybody was asking, Ty, how the heck are you going to use your trans brake? Well, pretty simple, my friends. This is, you know, we'll pull it into first gear like we're leaving here. We're going to hit trans brake, right? Well, normally my hand's on it like this. Bump, bump. So that's how the trans brake and bump box is. It looks inconvenient, but for my hand is really comfortable, and you guys aren't the ones driving it, so I like it. But so real simple. Trans brake, foot to the floor, pop, 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 making a bunch of cool noises. Bump, 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 and let off the button and go. Second gear, third gear, lock up. So that's how all that works. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and like finish up a little bit of things. The biggest thing we're going to try to do is get the nose on it tonight. Is kind of my biggest goal. I'm going to probably put the turbos, hang the turbos on. I won't put any of the wastegates or none of that stuff, but I'll hang the turbos, I'll put the nose on, and then tomorrow morning, well today I should say, we'll finish up tucking the wires into the fenders, running the headlights, and hopefully we get to drive this sucker. So let's get to chugging along a little bit more. I'm motivated. I want to bring you guys some action-packed content, and we're 3 weeks away. I don't even think 3 weeks at this point. I think we're like 2.5 weeks away. But either way, 2 or 3 weeks away from leaving on a 5,000-mile road trip to Ice Cream Cruise and a bunch of other stuff that we're doing. We're going to stop at PFI, get the truck re-dynoed, because this converter should change a lot. So let's get to it. We got a lot to do. Okay guys, so I've been just kind of taking my time. Normally I'm rushing, but I just felt like this was going to take longer, like I said in the last clip. But we got the nose on it, and when I say we, it's Nugget and myself. I'd put her on camera, but it's 1:47 a.m. 1:47 a.m. and she's not feeling very camera friendly. But we got the nose on. It's not bolted by any means. It's set down. I just wanted to get it in because if I get up early before she does, or however, at least I can come out here and start putting the wires where it's supposed to be and tighten it up, because this is the one thing I don't think I've ever tried to attempt it by myself, to be honest. So there's that. So otherwise, it's getting really close. I say sometime by tomorrow afternoon, 1 in the afternoon. I'd say no later than 5 p.m. I think I will be doing a test drive, possibly a test launch. We don't know yet, but we'll have to see how it's running at that point. But really simple stuff. Film a whole lot of this morning because it was just zip tying the wires and everything, getting it all tidied up, which I have done. Still burping the system a little bit. I had a little bit of an issue with tuning. This transmission is a huge learning curve for me. It sounds super simple as far as, you know, forward shift pattern is essentially neutral, drive, second, first. Reverse is first, second, third. So it sounds super basic, but it changes the fact that I can't just kick it into neutral so far that I'm aware of. So it makes it really weird for me because I'm used to making noise and I see a cop, so I kick it into neutral, so I just putt right by them and they can't hear me. So that kind of changes that a little bit. Also, the way the transmission kicks, it's a lot firmer. So either the converter might be too tight, which I hate to say, I hope I'm wrong, but going from new park to reverse or park to drive, it if I do it too quickly, it essentially just wants to kill it like a manual car. So that kind of really sucks. It bugs me a little bit, but in all, it's race ready. So it's ready for ice cream cruise in my opinion, unless when I talk to the transmission shop tomorrow, they go, hey, something's messed up, we got to do this, or whatever they say. So otherwise, it's buttoned up. All right, guys, so we are in the truck. When I say we, Isaac and myself. So we're gonna go do our first trans brake test hit for you guys, and we're gonna see how it goes, and we're also gonna draggy it and see how that goes. Of course, he's already over here making some noise, ruining the zen of the video. But we'll see you when we get to the spot.
Don't worry about me, I'll just bell.
Yeah, you hear him? He's already belling before the cops show up. Jesus, you know, I'm gonna go right over that hill.
Don't turn around, come looking for me, because I'll be gone.
So we're out here at an undisclosed location. I'm gonna try to keep the business and everything out of it, but this is our little test spot. I already made just a roll into it kind of thing. The road's dirty, it's not great. We don't have very much skinnies, but I'm gonna try to do a draggy pass, and kind of, it's only gonna be 8th mile. Right up there past the sign is gonna be pretty much 8th mile. So I'm gonna go ahead and let the truck cool off. We'll have Isaac film from outside, and we'll get the sticky down and we'll make it pass. All right, a little bit on the side. Out here. Sir, I know we're making a ruckus.
Oh, no, I don't give a shit.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask, is our track just closed down. We're doing just a couple more and then we're going to leave.
Yeah,
so.
they're just setting off the camera, so I just came out.
Okay, I just make sure we're not pissing you off.
Nope.
Thank you. Appreciate you, man, for real. What's your name?
Yep.
Jim, nice to meet you, Jim.
Badass, dude.
So, we did a test hit on the last one, as you guys seen. Spun a lot. We've seen security. He was really cool, so we can roll, obviously. So we're gonna do one more. We're not gonna make a bunch of noise. Straight.
right, baby, let's do this one.
Guys, see the trans brake launch? It's going straight, as you can see, other than in the burnout, but the longest two out there still spinning. Running out of tire, got to make some adjustments in the tune still. That is with pedaling it, trying to get it to hook. I should have tried a second gear trans brake, but I didn't. That's okay. We're a little hot, so we're letting it cool off, and then we're gonna go home. We're gonna get it dialed in, and the next video should hopefully be a really nice A to B pass. So we'll see you guys next time.